He is also now completing his final master's degree classes at LTU. During Alex's career in a Blue Devil uniform, he has emerged as a leader on and off the field, while also serving as a mentor to each new class of Blue Devils athletes. On the playing field, Alex is an example of excellence in the soul of the pitching staff. To date, Alex has won a school record 19 games on the mound while walking 224 innings awarded to date, along with accumulating 215 strikeouts while appearing in 45 games. Alex has also been recognized for his work by being named the WAC Pitcher of the Year in 2022, along with being named an NAIA All-American. In the classroom, Alex has twice been named the Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference All-Academic Team, and once as a co-SIDA All-Academic Selection. We thank Alex for his commitment to the LTU and his invaluable assistance and leadership in growing the Blue Devils baseball program. Ladies and gentlemen, Blue Devils senior right-handed pitcher Alex Wietrzykowski. Next, outfielder and right-handed pitcher Sam DeKuyper. Joining Sam on the field today are his mother Brenda DeKuyper and his father Dennis DeKuyper and his sister Cassidy DeKuyper. Sam is from Braun, Michigan, and attended Traverse City West High School before heading off to LTU, where he joined the Blue Devils program in 2020. Sam is now completing his bachelor's degree in mechanical engineering, where he has displayed his academic prowess by being named as a Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference All-Academic Award winner. Sam has endeared himself to his teammates and coaches due to his work ethic and his loyalty to his teammates in the Blue Devil baseball program. During his career to date, Sam has seen action in 90 games, during which time he has accumulated almost 250 plate appearances, while adding over 50 RBIs and with 8 home runs and an on-base percentage of over 340. LTU will be forever indebted to Sam for joining our program, providing his leadership on and off the field and his love of the game and his teammates, along with continued commitment to academic success. Ladies and gentlemen, Blue Devils senior outfielder right-handed pitcher Sam DeKuyper. Next, outfielder and first baseman number 9, Kellen Harding. Joining Kellen on the field today is his girlfriend Juliana Izzy. Kellen came to LTU from Lake Stevens, Washington, and Blue Mountain Community College. Kellen is now completing his LTU bachelor's degree in business administration. And along the way, Kellen has been named a Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference All-Academic Award winner, and in 2023, Kellen has been selected as the Lawrence Tech Blue Devils NAIA Champions of Character Award winner. Congratulations, Kellen, on this prestigious selection, as it exemplifies the core principles of the NAIA, and you are a truly exceptional selection. On the field, Kellen quickly displayed his leadership and mentoring qualities, as he has become a go-to guy for his teammates. Kellen has shown a tremendous ability on the base paths for the Blue Devils, and he is regarded as an exceptional defender. Kellen has appeared in over 60 games for the Blue Devils and accumulated almost 90 plate appearances to go with 12 stolen bases and almost 20 RBIs. We thank Kellen for his commitment to LTU and his invaluable assistance and leadership in growing the Blue Devil baseball program. Ladies and gentlemen, Blue Devil senior outfielder and first baseman Kellen Harding. Next, catcher number 10, Jason Earhart. Joining Jason on the field today is his father, Bobby Earhart. Jason came to LTU from Portage, Michigan, where he attended Portage Central High School before heading eastbound to join the Blue Devil baseball program. Jason is completing his bachelor's degree in finance and holds a GPA of well over 3.0 in a demanding field of study. Jason is known to his teammates for his work ethic and his strong commitment to them as a friend and mentor. Jason has taken it upon himself during his career to work with new Blue Devil players so that they acclimate to the level of play and academics in a proper manner. On the field, Jason has appeared in almost 80 games to date and added 210 plate appearances while hitting 6 home runs to go along with close to 50 RBIs and an added on-base percentage of over 400 for his career, based in part on nearly 80 total hits. Jason has also been a longtime member of the LTU campus SALT program, where he has become ingrained in the daily activities throughout the campus community. Jason is not only a leader within the baseball program, but also a forefront of campus life at LTU, as evidenced by his work with other Blue Devil athletic programs. Ladies and gentlemen, Blue Devil senior catcher Jason Earhart. Jackson Wakowiak. Joining Jackson on the field today is his mother, Jolie Wakowiak, his grandmother, Debbie LaPiccolo, and his grandfather, Sam LaPiccolo. Jackson joined the Blue Devil baseball program after attending University Leggett High School in Grosse Pointe, Michigan. Jackson has already completed his LTU bachelor's degree in architectural science and is now finishing up his work on his master's degree. Jackson has been on multiple selections to the Wolverine Hoosier Athletic Conference All-Academic Team. He was named as a WAC second-team All-Conference player at first base, and he also had the honor of being named an NAIA Champions of Character Award winner during his career. Jackson, or Rock, as his teammates call him, has clearly been a leader amongst his teammates during his career with the Blue Devils, and he is highly regarded for his work ethic and his willingness to help others in all facets of life. Jackson is the epitome of what we seek in our young people, and he serves as a daily example of where hard work and dedication can take a young person. On the field, Jackson has excelled for the Blue Devils by appearing in 171 games, accumulating over 550 plate appearances, over 180 hits, 13 home runs, over 130 RBIs, almost 25 stolen bases, and a career batting average of over 330 to go along with an on-base percentage of over 415 for his career to date. Ladies and gentlemen, Blue Devils senior first baseman, outfielder, and left-handed pitcher, Jackson Wakowiak. Next is right-handed pitcher, number 30, Jay Gallant. Joining Jay on the field today is his mother, Trisha Medina, and his father, Ray Medina. Jay joined LTU after an acclaimed career at Carrollton High School in Carrollton, Michigan. Jay is now finishing up his Blue Devil degree in construction management and will soon begin his professional career. During his tenure with the Blue Devil baseball program, Jay has established himself as a reliable player and as a leader amongst his peers who seek him out for advice and direction both on and off the field. A four-year starter for the Blue Devils, Jay has shown the ability to start games on the mound, serve as a relief pitcher, and also close games out with success and efficiency in each area. On the field, Jay has appeared in 42 games and has won 10 games in a starting role while throwing over 134 innings and recording almost 115 strikeouts along the way. Jay's dedication to not only his athletic pursuits, but also his commitment to his academic success and his willingness to assist others along his journey will forever be remembered and always appreciated by each person that he has impacted. Ladies and gentlemen, Blue Devils senior right-handed pitcher Jay Gallant. Ladies and gentlemen, these seven remarkable young men, with the support of their wonderful families, took a chance on the Blue Devil baseball program, and we shall forever be better for their decisions, as well as for their continuing commitment to their families, their teammates, their coaches, the LTU University community, and this great game that we all love and enjoy. While we will lose their talents and abilities on the field at the end of this season, we shall enjoy and rejoice together as we watch them move forward to blaze new paths and exciting career ventures and set new goals to improve all that they seek out along the way. These young men are excellent examples of what is good with and what we seek in our collegiate student athletes. We say thank you, Nick, Alec, Sam, Kellen, Jason, Jackson, and Jay for all your contributions in so many areas, and you shall forever be with us as teammates and, more importantly, friends as we celebrate your outstanding careers and the exciting futures ahead of you. Thank you.
Because every athlete deserves to be treated like a pro. Henry Ford Sports Medicine.
Talking about finances can be confusing, difficult, scary, murky even. But it doesn't have to be with Money Mentor by Michigan First Credit Union on your side. More than 90 years ago, Michigan First was founded on the principle of putting education first. Today, Money Mentor continues that tradition because affording the lifestyle you want isn't always easy. Check us out at MichiganFirstMoneyMentor.com or follow us on social media for tips, tricks, blogs, and videos today.
Just for like this opening part, I'm gonna turn that mic on because it'll pick up a little bit.
Batting second, second baseman number 13, Kelly Banashevsky. Batting third, designated hitter number 29, Nick Olson. Batting fourth, right fielder number 28, Jake Yagasa. Batting fifth, first baseman number 25, Jackson Wakoya. Batting sixth, shortstop number 16, Trent Reed. Batting seventh, catcher number 10, Jason Earhart. Batting eighth, left fielder number 6, Sam DeKuyper. And batting ninth, third baseman number 18, Logan Walker. On the mound for the Blue Devils, pitcher number 14, Kenny Wright. The Blue Devils are under the leadership of Stan Eldridge in his 9th season. He is assisted by Jim Mancuso, Ryan Hilton, Tom Compion, Tony Puente, and Anthony Hermione. At this time, we ask that you please rise for the playing of the national anthem.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Jimmy John's Field for today's doubleheader between LTU and Concordia Ann Arbor. John, still with you on the call for this one. Today is Senior Day here on this Saturday afternoon. 7 seniors were celebrated earlier before the game, and a lot of those are the main starters in this lineup. As LTU coming off a huge weekend, taking 3 out of 4 out of the first place at the time Racers of Northwestern Ohio. Now they take on the current #1 team in the conference in the Cardinals of Concordia. And Concordia coming in with the best record overall with 40 wins on the year and only 5 losses. The best conference record. And coming into this one, they have won 12 straight. And on the mound for LTU is Kenny Wright. And Kenny Wright, the left-hander, in his last start against the Racers, he went a full 6 innings and only giving up 2 runs, and that was the only runs that were scored in that game, as the final of that game was the first game of the 4-game series, 2-0. And LTU wound up winning the second game 15-6, and then in the second day on the Sunday, LTU had to win that one in extra innings by a final of 10-8, and then dominated the second game 15-4. So the whole theme of that weekend series was basically the theme of this entire season. Very close competitive game in the first game. Then the offense really steps up and blows it out in game 2. Amongst the seniors along the starting lineup, Sandy Kuiper out there in left field. Jackson Wojkowiak, who is in his 7th season, he's at first base, and Jason Earhart graduating this year as well. He is catching behind the mound. So we're ready to go. We've had a lot of rain the past couple of nights, but it's going to hold off until tonight. Kyle Hebner steps in for Concordia. Hebner hitting .339 this year. So let's get it on. First pitch is in there for a strike from Wright. Wright has definitely been one of the more consistent throwers of this rotation all this year. A half swing, and it's a called strike, and Wright's ahead quickly, 0-2. And just like Dominic Pichetti, who's going to more than likely get the ball in the second game, a lot of consistency and throwing a lot of strikes. 0-2 pitch. Off speed, in there for a called strike 3. And that's how this first game gets going. A 3-pitch strikeout for Kenny Wright. One away now for Aaron West. He is the third baseman for Concordia. West is hitting .336 this year. First pitch swinging, that's a pop-up. A lot of foul territory here. Wojkowiak is giving chase. So is Banaszewski, and it's going to be Banaszewski. And he cannot hold on to it. A diving try, but it just pops out. So a great effort on that foul ball, as there is a lot of territory here at Jimmy John's Field, and a more new and improved, different-looking Jimmy John's Field. They've added some new sod around home plate, and they've also taken away the dirt track from home plate to the mound, and they've also leveled out the infield and also along the warning track. This is an 0-1 pitch. Off speed, that one's popped up. In the air to right center. Over is Yanessa, and he makes the grab for the second out. So 2 quick outs, a 3-pitch strikeout, then a 2-pitch flyout. 2 away now for Drew Fleming, hitting .342 this year with a slugging percentage of .702. First pitch strike on the off speed. That one's down low and it gets away, and that kind of goes to 1-1. Here's a 1-1. Swung on and missed from a changeup, an effective pitch. And that has been his go-to more than likely, especially to right. He's working it outside in. And again, he's heading the count. 1-2 pitch. Went up high with a fastball. 2-2 now. Kenny Wright is making his 7th start, and he has made some appearances. He's thrown one complete game. 2-2. That one's into right field, and that's going to be a base hit. So a 2-out single by Drew Fleming extends the inning. First hit for the Cardinals. So runner at first with 2 outs. That's going to bring up Jimmy Russell. Inside corner with a fastball. Wright still maintaining himself, throwing strikes. That one's down low. Earhart was able to maintain it right by his feet. 1-1 the count. Wright coming into this contest with an ERA of just over 6. A 4-2 record. That's the best record amongst this pitching staff. 1-1. Again, missing low and inside with the off speed. 2 balls and a strike on Russell. Jimmy Russell hitting .328 this year. That one's down the line, but it's going to go foul. Count evens up at 2-2. Now a quick word out on the mound by Earhart. It almost seems, seems like there's a bit of a miscommunication with the signs. Earhart, one of the seniors on this team, definitely knows how to take leadership when leadership is needed. Two. Down low. Full count now. The runner will be on the move with the pitch. Payoff is a chopped foul. Another payoff pitch. That one's into left, and that one's down for a base hit. Fleming's going to go first to third. Fro's going to come into second. And now the Cardinals are in business. They have runners at the corners with 2 outs. So back-to-back singles after Wright was able to get the first 2 outs. Concordia definitely is one of the most threatening offensive teams in the conference right now. As mentioned, coming in winning 12 straight. First base swinging, that's going to be in the gap. In the hole for a base hit by Sherman, and Concordia strikes first. They lead it 1-0. Jordan Sherman, who leads the team in average, hitting .420, goes after that first pitch and gets the single. So still 2 runners aboard, still 2 outs. Here's Caleb Harmon. First pitch strike in there by Wright. Harmon hitting .403 this year. That just tells you all the numbers there. 300 hitters and 400 hitters in this lineup. Wright gets ahead 0-2 now. And for a freshman guy like Wright to come in here, give up a few runs to the number one team in the conference, still maintaining his composure and still able to throw strikes when needed. 0-2. High and away. 1 ball and 2 strikes now on Harmon. Kenny Wright out of Fenton, Michigan, went to Lake Fenton High School. 1-2. That one's popped up. Giving chase is Walker. And he makes the catch. And that was going to retire the side. Not before the Cardinals. They add on a run after a couple of 2-out hits. They lead it 1-0. Bottom of the first inning here at Jimmy John's Field. LTU Concordia, the Cardinals jumped out in front. They lead it now 1-0 after 3 consecutive 2-out hits. And now Joel Sterneman's going to lead things off, taking on the starting pitcher for the Cardinals, Brian Main, sophomore lefty. Now that one catches the corner for a first pitch strike. Sterneman hitting .367 this year, most of it out of the leadoff spot. And now he's down the count 0-2. Ryan Main making his 8th start, and he's thrown just over 34 innings this year. Quickly now with the 0-2. That one misses down low. The whole bench for Concordia really wanted that one. Count is 1-2. That was outside. 2 balls to 2 strikes, and in those 34 innings pitched for Maine, he has given up 36 hits, 18 earned runs, walked 22, and he struck out 29. Giving an ERA a total of .476. Full count now. Sterneman's able to work it from down 0-2 now to full. Here comes the payoff. Outside, and that's ball 4, so a leadoff walk for Sterneman to get things going for the LTU offense. Make that the 23rd walk now for Brian Main this year. So runner at first, nobody out. That's going to bring up Kellen Banashevsky. Banashevsky hitting .248 this year in 150 at-bats. Almost 50 hits, and he has 8 doubles, 25 RBIs. That one's fouled away on the first pitch. If it's one thing this LTU team does well is run the base pass, especially with Sternman, Banashevsky. They are base stealing threats and also just to put the ball in play. That one's up the middle. And this is going to be a tailor-made double play. Kozlowski up the middle had it played perfectly. So that erases the leadoff hit, the leadoff walk rather, and quickly there's 2 outs. (6-3) double play. 2 away now for Nick Olson. He is DHing this game. First pitch strike in there at the knees. Olson hitting .355 this year. Has definitely gotten his average back up after having a bit of a slump to start the year. And now it's down the count 0-2. So Brian Main matching Kenny Wright and throwing a lot of strikes in the early goings. Oh, 2. A half swing and he went around. So leadoff walk is all that LTU got out of this first inning. The Cardinals still lead it 1-0 after 1 inning of play. Into the second inning here, Jimmy Johns. Right here in the LTU Sports Network. The Blue Devils and the Cardinals facing off in the 4-game series. And as the weather is able to hold off, we're more than likely going to get these 2 games in today, and we hope for the same tomorrow. First pitch swinging is Batanian, and he fouls it back 0-1. Another swing. That one's into center field, and that's going to be down for a base hit. Picked up there by Sterneman. Wide turn by Batanian, and he's aboard a leadoff single. Already the 4th hit for Concordia here in this game. That's going to bring up Justin Kozlowski, shortstop. Walker crashing in. He shows bunt, and he's got a bunted foul. It is the right here at the end of the lineup in which Concordia will get aggressive on the base pass. Batanian is a threat to steal. He has 11 stolen bases on the year and has only been caught once. And there's 3 players on this roster that have double-digit stolen bases. And a check on him. but Tanning has only been caught once. Shows bunt, off speed, and it's bunted foul right at the plate. So quickly, Kenny Wright is ahead 0-2. Kozlowski is only hitting .212 this year, so just trying to do one basic job, and that is to get the runner over. Knocked down by Earhart on the check swing, but he holds up. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Another check on the runner, and he's back in there. And for the Cardinals, after this 4-game series, before the WAC tournament starts next week, they have one more game. It's going to be an exposition game when they take on the Eagles of Eastern Michigan University. That one's high and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Zachary Johnson, the head coach for this team in his 9th season, really trying to put his team to the test before the tournament starts. Off speed is fouled back. Still 2-2. This team has played 45 games this year. That is the most by any other team in the conference this year. Two pitch from Wright. Tailing fastball got away. Full count now. And this could be very interesting if they try to send the runner with nobody out here. That one's up the middle. There's Reed. Flip to second for 1. Relay to first, and there's a double play. Just what the doctor ordered. Kenny Wright gets the ground ball, and there's 2 away. It's going to bring up the number 9 hitter, A.J. Brazelton. Senior utility player, another base stealing threat. He has 12 steals on the year. Looks at a first pitch strike. That was a chop to the third, and right there is Walker. And that's going to retire the side, so great work by Kenny Wright. And the score remains 1-0. We go to the bottom of the second. Jake Inessa is going to lead things off for LTU as we're into the bottom of the second inning. Brian Main, after giving up a leadoff walk, got a double play and then a strikeout to end the first. First pitch swinging is Yanessa, and he fouls it. Yanessa is hitting .356 this year, and this will be his 150th at bat. Trying to jumpstart the LTU offense here early. Inside corner, and Maine continues to pound the zone. He's ahead 0-2. Down low with the off-speed. 1-2 now. 53 hits for Yanessa this year, 34 RBIs total driven in. 1-2. Chop it to third. Backing up. Long throw, and just making it there in time. And that one's West over there. Aaron West records that out. And is one away. 5-3 on the putout. It's going to bring up Jackson McCoviak, one of the seniors in his 7th year. Kovac hitting .333 this year in his final year. That one misses outside for ball one. Swing it away, took a big hut, and it comes up empty. 1-1 now. Is in there for a strike, and 1-2, so Maine is still getting ahead in the counts. Wakowiak is from Grosse Pointe, Michigan, went to University Liggett High School. 1-2. Just missed outside. 2-2 now. That one's down low, full count. Second full count for Maine in 2 innings. Last one recorded in a walk, and then was erased by a double play. Payoff pitch. Swinging away, that one's chopped foul. Another payoff pitch. Off speed is in there for a called strike 3. 2 gone now for second strikeout for Brian Maine. Pulled the string in the front door off speed and gone to look, and with 2 outs, that's going to bring up Trent Reed. Reed hitting .327 this year with 49 hits and 25 RBIs. First pitch strike in the outside corner. That one misses down low. 1-1. That one's chopped foul at the plate. Kind of a bit of an off-balance swing right there by Reed. Again, Maine ahead of the count. 1-2. That one's into left field, and that one's down for a base hit. First hit for LTU. Trent Reed with a wide turnaround first. So the 2-out single extends the inning for LTU. Runner first, 2 outs. It's going to bring up Jason Earhart, one of the other seniors, celebrated earlier today. Earhart leads the team in average, hitting .430 this year. 52 hits and 34 RBIs, has 4 home runs and 6 doubles. Check on the runner at first. Another check on the runner. Reed is not that much of a threat to steal. He has only 8 stolen bases thus far this year, and it was only in 14 attempts. That one hits the corner for a first pitch strike. Most of the time, if a lot of runners are on the go, it's involving putting the ball in play. That one's fouled away, and again, Maine ahead in the count. No balls and 2 strikes. Another quick check. Oh, 2. Outside. Try to go with the slide piece, and this is away. 1-2 now on Earhart. Earhart out of Portage, Michigan. About close to a 2-hour drive. Almost a quick pitch right there, and he swung right through it. Maine able to change up the looks, and he gets another strikeout, and that's going to retire the side. We have played 2 complete innings. It is 1-0 Cardinals. Into the 3rd inning here at Jimmy John's Field, right here in the LTU Sports Network. LTU, the Blue Devils, and the Cardinals of University Concordia Ann Arbor. Top of the order. First pitch foul at the plate by Hebner. Hebner struck out on 3 pitches to start out the game for Kyle Wright. A really good electric start right there. 0-1. That one just misses down low. 1-1. Swung on and missed. 1-2 now. High and away, 2-2 on Hebner. Here's 2-2 pitch. That one's in the hole, deep in the hole. Reed, a long off-balance throw, and Wakowiak's able to come off the base to grab it. It was going to be a difficult play anyway, but Reed, try as he might. That's going to go down as a base hit, the 5th hit for the Cardinals, and that's a leadoff single. For Kenny Wright, knowing that this was the #1 team and the best offense, trying to limit the amount of damage on the base paths. Now misses inside to Aaron West. West flied out to right in his first at bat. That one's laced down the line, but it's going to go foul. So 5 hits for the Cardinals, and we're rolling into the third inning. This is first game of a 7-inning game rather, and then game 2 will be 9. One, showing bunt, pulls it back, and he gets a strike. 1-2 now. Wright continues to throw in strikes after all the damage that after the Cardinals had done so far. Outside, tailing fastball. Kenny Wright definitely has a lot of movement onto his pitches, and that is very crucial when you're facing a lineup like the Cardinals. 2-2 pitch. A half swing. And he's able to hold up. Full count now. Inside corner, runner goes, bit of a delayed steal, and that throws into center field. So West strikes out, and there's one gone, and Hebner is able to catch LTU off guard with that delayed steal. So 1 out, runner at second. It's going to bring up Drew Fleming. Fleming at a base hit and eventually came around to score. That was one of 3 consecutive 2-out singles that resulted in the 1 run for the Cardinals thus far. Swinging away, he chops it foul at the plate. Oh, 1. Down low, blocked there by Earhart. Big off try at second. And Hebner gets back in there. A great maneuver there. And great communication by Banishevsky and Wright. One. That one's high and away. 2 balls and 1 strike on Fleming. That one misses down low. 3 balls and a strike now. Fleming has 55 hits this year and 16 home runs. The only Cardinal within double-digit home runs this year. Down low and in, that's ball 4. First walk by Wright, and that's going to put 2 runners aboard with 1 out. This Cardinals team has hit 56 home runs total this year, a full-on team slugging percentage of .547. And just the team average itself is just .335. Now misses down low to Wrestle. Russell had a single in his last at bat. Curveball, and that one gets away. 2-0 the count. You know, it seems like Earhart was popping up to do a back pick at second when he lost the handle on it. Two 0. 2-1 now. Russell has 40 hits this year, and 8 of those being home runs, 11 doubles. Two 1. That one's into left field. That's going to be down for a base hit. One run is going to come in. Throw's going to come into third, and that's going to allow Russell to get to second. It's going to be an RBI double, and it's 2-0 Cardinals. Going to get a courtesy runner at second base. That's Tyler Russell, the brother of Jimmy. Now runners at second and third, 1 out, and that's going to bring up Jordan Sherman. Sherman had the RBI single back in the first inning. First pitch misses down low and inside. Big swing there. It comes up empty. One and one. Changeup misses low and away. 2 balls and 1 strike on Sherman. Sherman leading the team in average and also in hits. That one single back was his 74th hit. 18 doubles and 4 home runs. That one's popped up. It's going to go foul. 2-2 the count. And that 1 RBI he had back in the first inning now ties between him and Fleming for the team lead in RBIs with 57 each. 2-2 pitch. Inside corner, got him looking. A huge strikeout for Kenny Wright, and there's 2 gone. Third strikeout for Wright, and all of them have been looking. So now 2 gone. That's going to bring up Kalen Hartman. He popped out the third in foul territory. Swinging away. Russell at second base has a huge secondary lead. At the knees. Wright is ahead 0-2. Outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Two runs on 6 hits for the Cardinals thus far here in the third. Trying to look for more. Wright trying to end the frame. Just missed again on the outside. 2-2 now. 2-2 pitch. Got him looking. Back-to-back strikeouts, and they leave runners at second and third. One more, another run is across for the Cardinals. They lead it now by 2. We go to the bottom of the third. Cardinals strike again for another run. In the top half of this inning, they now have a 2-0 lead. Bottom of the order, 8, 9, and 1. Sam DeKuyper is going to lead things off for LTU. Another one of the seniors celebrated today. DeKuyper, a very good, versatile player. Looks at a first pitch strike from Brian Main. DeKuyper hitting .242 this year in 124 at-bats, has 30 hits. Off speed is fouled back. And again, Maine is getting ahead of hitters 0-2. 5 home runs for DeKuyper this year and 7 doubles. 0-2. Low and inside. 1-2 now on DeKuyper. DeKuyper has been used a lot this year around the field, a lot on the mound, mostly in the outfield, and also has had to convert over to third base. 1-2. Low and inside again. 2-2 now. DeKuyper did get a couple of starts at third base in the series against Uno, as Walker was out a bit after taking a ball to the face last week. Inside corner. Calls strike 3. And there's one gone here in the third. 4th strikeout for Maine. It's going to bring in Logan Walker. As mentioned, he got a couple of starts on Sunday against Uno. Is in the last homestand against Aquinas. Took a pitch up near the head area. Swinging away early, comes up empty. Walker's hitting .250 this year and only 80 at-bats total. Gets the corner is Maine. And again, he is ahead 0-2 on a hitter. Way outside, 1-2. One, two. That one is popped up. Shallow center field. Out goes Kozlowski, and he makes the grab. And there's 2 gone. Top of the order now for Joel Sterneman. He walked in his first plate appearance and then was erased via the double play. Low and away. Gets the corner. Here's a 1-1. That one's up the middle, and there's a base hit. Joel Sternman with a 2-out single, and the inning continues. Only the second hit for LTU. The only 2 hits for LTU have come with 2 outs. Trent Reed had a 2-out single back in the last inning, and now Sternman's able to continue this inning. Runner first, 2 outs now for Banaszewski. Banaszewski hit into a double play. Check on the runner. Another check on the runner. Maine has done pretty good work of keeping the runners close by. Swing and a miss. Runner goes. It's a modified hit and run play, and the throw down is going to be in time. So a good throw by Russell, and that's going to end the inning. All that she wrote. So we go to the 4th inning, 2-0 Concordia. Fourth inning here at Jimmy John's Field between Lawrence Tech and Concordia University of Ann Arbor. Getting right back to work, he's only given up 2 runs and 6 hits overall. He has struck out 4 and only walked 1. He's been keeping everything just consistent the way things are. Jared Batanian laid things off for Concordia, and he fouls that one down the line. Batanian had a single, and then he was erased via a double play, 6-4-3. And that was back in the 2nd inning. Kenny Wright had a strikeout back-to-back carries to leave 2 runners aboard. Front door offside misses inside. 1-1. That one's popped up. Earhart giving a look. And he makes the catch. Beautiful work there by Earhart. And there's one away. That is a very difficult play for anybody because you got to deal with the fence and also the fact that that ball has a lot of backspin. So eventually he's going to curl back into the field. So a pop out. And there's one gone now for Kozlowski. Now misses down low. Kozlowski hit into that double play back into the 2nd inning. That erased the leadoff base runner. That one's swung on and missed. Pitch in the dirt. 1-1 now. Kozlowski this year has 21 hits, 2 home runs, and one of those being a double. Inside corner. 1-2 now on Kozlowski. That was a chopper down the line and be foul. 1-2, still the count. Another chopper in the hole. Right there is Reed. Quickly to first, and there's the second out. So great footwork there by Trent Reed. So a pop out and a ground out for quickly 2 outs for Kenny Wright. 6-3 on the put out. As mentioned, this Cardinals team only has 5 losses on the year. Their first loss came all the way back in February against Marion in Indianapolis. And then once they started conference play, they got swept by University of Northwestern Ohio in a 2-game series. First pitch to Brazelton is in there for a strike. And then they split at home against Madonna, and then they salvaged a split against Cornerstone after that. Swung on and missed, and Kenny Wright is ahead 0-2. And then ever since that point, after the split against Cornerstone, they have won 12 straight. That one's fouled away. The Racers of Northwestern Ohio at the time were the best team in the league starting out the season, and they maintained that first place position for a good chunk of the season. Another 0-2. Way outside. 1-2 now. Brazelton grounded out to third in his last at bat. And even the games against Madonna were rather close. Their one loss was in the first game, 8-5, and then they won the second game 11-8. Outside again, Wright seems to be a bit off balance, releasing everything to the arm side. 2-2 now on Brazelton. That was the short. Coming in is Reed, throwing on the run, and that's a 1-2-3 inning put up by Kenny Wright. LTU coming to bat here in the bottom of the fourth. Bottom of the fourth inning, Banaszewski is going to lead things off. He was left at the plate as Sternerman was thrown out trying to steal a base. Brian Main has been really really good for the Cardinals. Been untouched, only giving up 2 hits. Now misses low and inside. Maine has been able to get ahead of hitters for a majority of this. Has only given up one walk and then two out hits. Inside corner, 1-1 now on Banashevsky. That one is drilled to left field. And right there to make the grab is Harmon for the first out. So a hard line drive by Banashevsky, and that's the first out. One away now for Nick Olson. He struck out in his first at bat. That one's low and in, goes to the backstop. Lays off that one low and away. 2 balls and no strikes. Swung on and missed for a changeup. 2-1 now. Chopper to second. Right there is Sherman. Makes the grab, and there's quickly 2 outs. Two outs now for Jake Yanessa. LTU's record overall this year is 22-21. Definitely getting back in the winning streaks when conference play started, and their conference record has been very good at 15-10, winning 3 straight, the 3 coming against the Racers. That one misses down low for ball 1. Yanessa grounded out the third in his last at bat. That was back in the 2nd inning. Low and inside. 2-0 now. Back-to-back hitters in which Maine has fallen behind 2 balls and no strikes after really getting ahead of all the hitters through the first 3 frames. Off speed is in there for a called strike. 2-1. Outside. 3 balls and a strike now. That one is into right. Right on the warning track. Making the grab is Batanian, and that's going to retire the side. A 1-2-3 inning put up by Brian Maine, and we have played 4 innings. It is 2-0 Concordia. We're into the fifth inning here, game one of a doubleheader between the Cardinals of the University of Concordia Ann Arbor and your Lawrence Tech Blue Devils here on the LTU Sports Network. John Snow with you on the call for this one. Top of the order for the Cardinals to start this fifth inning. Kenny Wright back to work. Has given up only the 2 runs and 6 hits along the way. That one just misses outside to Hebner. That one's outside again, 2-0 now. The common theme right now through 4 innings for Kenny Wright is that the first 6 hitters have reached within the top of the lineup down. Osby is in there for a strike, 2-1. And then the very next inning, the 7, 8, 9 hitters go through in order. Same thing happened 3rd inning and 4th inning. Inside, 3 balls and a strike to Hebner, designated hitter. He struck out in single and came around to score back in the 3rd inning. 3-1. There's a fly ball. Shallow center field. In comes Sterneman. Makes the grab for the first out. The first 6 hitters came to bat in the first inning. And then 7, 8, 9 went down in order in the 2nd inning. And then the same thing happened again. First 6 hitters in a lineup came to bat in the 3rd inning. And then last inning for Wright, set down the bottom of the lineup in order. 1 out now for Aaron West. That one's fouled on 1. West has flied out to right and has struck out. That one's popped up. Straight up. Earhart makes the grab, and there's 2 outs. Earhart with a couple of pop-out plays. That would seem a little bit more difficult to handle. Because if you pop the ball straight up, again, you got to deal with a lot of the backspin and not knowing your surrounding areas. But he's able to put it in. 2 gone now for Drew Fleming. Fleming has reached base twice, a single and a walk. Swinging away, and he fouls it. That was the only walk by Kenny Wright so far here in the start. Missed up high with the fastball at 1-1. Fleming on the single eventually came around to score back in the 1st inning. That one misses low and inside. 2 balls and a strike. That one is cranked to left field, and Fleming is going to watch it fly. His 17th home run of the year. And it's 3-0, Cardinals. No doubt about it. Still 2 gone now for Russell. Looks at a ball low. Jimmy Russell has had 2 hits, a single and a double. Brought in the 2nd run back in the 3rd inning. And now it's a 3-ball count after the home run. Stan Eldridge is waiting outside the dugout, trying to decide how long he's going to go with his freshman starter. 3-0. In there for a strike, 3-1. Jake Nightingale warming up in the bullpen. That was a laser beam, but that's going to go way foul. Full count now. Ground ball to third. Right there is Walker. Long throw and a good pick there by Wakowiak. So the defense bails out Kenny Wright after the home run. And it's now 3-0 Concordia. We go to the bottom of the fifth. A home run by Drew Fleming has made the score now 3-0 in favor of the Cardinals. Fleming hitting his 17th home run and the team's 57th this year. And that was a no-doubter. And you can get a couple of cheap home runs here and there on this ballpark. 315 down the left field line and only 320 down the right field line. Jackson Wakowiak is leading things off for LTU. Chops a foul on the first pitch from Brian Main. Maine has been able to work through this Blue Devils order quite fluently. And they're gonna call that a strike. Wakowiak, it looked like he got hit by the pitch, but it almost looked like the umpire said he leaned into it and it was going to be a strike, and so now it's 0-2. He's able to hold up on the check swing. That was a very awkward-looking call right there. He did get hit on the elbow. The umpire said he leaned into the strike zone. 1-2. That one is over the head and into left field for a base hit. Wakowiak is going to be aggressive on the turn, but he's going to hold up. So after all of that, he's on with a leadoff single. Just out of the outstretched reach of Aaron West over there at third base. So a leadoff single here for the Blue Devils. Now Trent Reed. Reed had a 2-out single back in the second inning. Joe's bunt, and off-speed misses outside. Down by 3 runs. Standout just still trying to be all aggressive. Check on the runner at first. Wakowiak this year is 3 out of 5. Another check, and they nearly got him. Just nearly. Shows Bundy, he gets it down. In comes West. His only plays to first, and they get the out there. So Reed with the sacrifice and moves Wakoviak to second. One out, runner in scoring position. First runner in scoring position of this first game for LTU. It's going to bring up Jason Earhart. Struck out in his last at bat. Trying to crack into this 3-0 deficit. Gets the high strike. Now misses low and away, 1-1. That one's fouled at the plate. And now Brian Main's ahead in the count, 1-2. A pickoff try at second, and Kozlowski was nowhere near the base. And definitely looked like a big lean of the back right there from Brian Main. Almost gave that one away. One-two pitch. Fouled down the line. Outside, 2-2. Earhart has been put in a lot of spots late in games to help get a couple of runs across the board. That one's fouled away, still 2-2. Good battle put up here by Earhart. Wakoviak led things off with a single, then got the second on the sacrifice bunt by Trent Reed. Now Earhart trying to get him in to get LTU on the board. Down by 3. Swung on and missed. Main with a strikeout. And now there's 2 gone. So now it's going to be up to Sam DeKuyper. DeKuyper also struck out in his last at bat. Now 5 strikeouts for Maine. A little bit of wind blowing in from center field. Low and inside for ball 1. Low and inside, get the call that time. Umplate umpires had a pretty wide zone, has been calling a lot of strikes. It's kept it consistent both ways. 1-1 now. And that one misses again inside the off speed, and now Jimmy Russell talked with Brian Main. 2 balls and a strike on to Kuiper. Second game will be a 9-inning game starting hopefully around 4 o'clock. A run in the first, a run in the third, and a run in the 5th inning for the Cardinals on 7 hits total. No runs and 3 hits total now for LTU. Two of them coming with 2 outs. To 1 pitch to the Kuiper. Gets the corner. 2-2 now. Just missed outside. The entire bench wanted it. Full count now. The Cardinal bench has definitely been very vocal there, cheering on their teammates both on defense and on offense. Definitely a whole team effort looking over there as the number 1 team in the conference. Payoff pitch. Just missed. And that's a ball 4. So a 2-out walk to the Kuiper puts 2 runners on for Logan Walker. Walker flied out in his last at bat. Now has a huge opportunity to get LTU across the board to cut into this 3-0 deficit. Offswing misses down low for ball 1. That one way inside, had to back out of the way. 2 balls and no strikes. And now another pickoff try at second. And the throw was right there. Tumbling over was Sherman to make the grab. Two-0. Just at the knees. 2-1 now. That one misses inside. 3-1 now on Walker. Top of the order would be next if Walker were to reach. Sterneman on deck. That one's over the head into center field for a base hit. Wakoviak is going to come in to score. RBI single by Walker, and LTU's on the board. It's 3-1. Just out of the reach of Kozlowski. And now top of the order here for Sterneman. As we're going to get a mound visit. And also a pinch runner at first base. Trent Matthews is going to take over for Walker at first base. 4th hit for LTU, and the 3rd hit with 2 outs. So some timely hitting has really paid off. So Sterneman now up. Sterneman's been on base twice. Walk and is singled, but has been erased on the base pass. 1 via double play and 1 caught stealing. now has another opportunity to make this a possible one-run game. With Sam DeKuyper at second, Matthews is at first. That one catches the outside corner. So each team with a run apiece here in this fifth inning. Outside, 1-1. One pitch. Down low, 2-1. These Blue Devils hitters are getting better looks at Brian Maine as the game goes along. And Maine, for a majority of this, now starting his third time for the order, has been able to get ahead of hitters for most of this start for the first four frames. 2-1 pitch. Outside, 3-1. That is the third straight three-ball count here in this fifth inning. One was a walk and then the single by Walker. And now a 3-1 count to Sterneman. That one hits the corner. So a full count. Runners will be on the move. Matthews with good speed. A ball in the outfield and into the gap, rather, and he has the chance to score to tie this thing up. Payoff pitch. Calls strike three in the outside corner. And so Brian Maine able to leave two runners aboard, but LTU does get a run across. It's now a two-run game. We go to the sixth inning. Top of the sixth inning is 3-1 now. Cardinals on top. LTU threatened, but left two runners aboard. Kenny Wright back to work. Jordan Sherman's going to lead things off. Sherman has singled and he has struck out. Swinging away aggressively, and he drops it foul, 0-1. Off speed comes in low and to the backstop. 1-1 now. Kenny Wright has had very good, efficient innings, despite giving up the 3 runs and only 7 hits. Low and away, 2-1 now. That one is drilled down the line, but it's going to be foul. 2-2 the count. Despite all the runs and the hits, Wright still be able to work through. Full count now. Payoff pitch. That one's a laser beam, but it's going to go foul. Sherman really pulling his hands in on those inside pitches. Another payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. Strikeout for Kenny Wright to start the frame. Five strikeouts now for Wright. Definitely relies on his off-speed pitches to work through. That's going to bring up now Caleb Harmon. Harmon has popped out and he has struck out. That was a little flare over to short. Right there is Reed to make the grab, and there's quickly 2 outs. So Kenny Wright has definitely been able to just work effectively, and despite having to work through a couple of traffic jams. Two outs now for Jarrett Batanian. Swinging away, that's down the line and just out of the reach of Wakowiak. Batanian's going to go to second, and he is aboard with a 2-out double. Inning continues. Second hit for Batanian. Time called, and Stan Eldridge is going to walk out to the mound. Nobody's still warming up in the bullpen right now, so he's just going to talk to the infield and talk to Kenny Wright. Stan Eldridge has relied on his young left-hander throughout all this year because of the consistency that he has with throwing strikes, not walking a lot of hairs, and able to limit the amount of damage caused on the base paths. And still managing only giving up the 3 runs to the number 1 team in the conference right now in the Cardinals. This has been a really great, effective start for this young starter. And definitely the future is bright at this program for Kenny Wright. So 2 outs, runner at second for Kozlowski. Misses down low with the off-speed. Kozlowski is grounded to short twice, one of those being a double play. Now misses low and inside again. 2-0 now. Batanian's a threat to steal at second base even. Low and inside now, 3-0. Wright has been able to work out of 3-ball counts before. Has only allowed 1 walk. Steps off. .30 pitch. That one's low and inside for ball 4. So after 2 quick outs, a double and now a walk. And that's going to bring up Brazelton. Aaron Brazelton is grounded out to third and is grounded out to short. Swings away and it pops and he fouls it. 0-1. Oh, 1. Swung on and missed. Quickly ahead is right, 0-2. Oh, 2 pitch from right. That one's foul. Another 0-2. Outside, 1-2. Swing and a miss. And that's going to end the inning. So Kenny Wright, after giving up the hit and then the walk, comes back to strike out and end the inning. We are through 5.5. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning is 3-1 in favor of Concordia. Into the bottom of the 6th inning, LTU down by 2. The Cardinals of Concordia Ann Arbor leading it. New pitcher for the Cardinals is Evan Jasek, a freshman right-hander making his 16th appearance of the year. Deals with Kellen Benishevsky to lead things off for the Blue Devils. That one catches the corner for a first pitch strike. LTU got their 1 run back in the 5th inning, threatened for more, but did not get any more across. That one is sliced foul. Quickly ahead is Jasek 0-2. "27 innings for Jasek this year. He's given up 20 hits and 6 earned runs, walked 7 and struck out 17. That off-speed is popped up on the infield. Waiting for it is Sherman, and he makes the grab for the first out. Jason's ERA just total is just under 2, 1.98 to be exact. So 1 away now for Nick Olson. Olson has struck out and has grounded out to second. Sun's starting to shine here. That's a great sign here at Utica. Hopefully he'll drive the field just a little bit for the surfaces. Swinging away, a little topper, and he's going to find a hole for a base hit. Right off the end of the bat. Bit of a stinger as well, and Olson is aboard with a 1-out single. That's going to bring up Jake Yanessa with 1 out. Yanessa has grounded out to third and he has flied out to right. Check on the runner, and at first is Olson. Slider misses outside for ball 1. Olson does have 8 stolen bases in 9 attempts this year. 1-0. Front door off speed gets in there for a strike. 1-1. They're a pickoff try. First pitch, and that one is deep to left field, all the way back, and this game is tied. Jake Yanessa with a 2-run shot, and we're knotted up at 3. Yanessa with his 6th home run of the year, and it could not come at a better time to tie things up here in Game 1. Swinging away is Makoviak, and he chops it foul. So brand new ball game. Now misses low and inside, 1-1. One run in the 5th, and now 2 runs here in the 6th inning. Low and inside. Only 1 out. Two-one pitch to Makoviak. Try to go back door with the off speed, missed away. 3 balls and a strike. That one has popped up. Foul territory. Russell is not going to be able to make a play. Full count now. Makoviak trying to keep the inning going. Payoff pitch. Got it on the fist. If this game were to go into extra innings, that would make Game 2 a 7-inning game, as per the rules this year. Another payoff. Grounder to second. Right there is Sherman. And there's 2 gone. Two gone now for Trent Reed. Reed has singled, and he has grounded out to third. That one misses outside the first pitch. Swung on and missed. 1-1 now on Reed. Outside corner. 1-2 now. Swung on and missed. Reed strikes out. But LTU has come all the way back to tie things up. We go to the 7th inning, a brand new ball game, 3-3. Seventh inning, brand new ball game, 3-3. As Jake Nightingale takes over on the mound for LTU. Nightingale making his 13th appearance, has an ERA of 5.45, has made 6 starts this year. And about 38 innings pitched. He has given up 51 hits and 23 earned runs, has walked 8 and struck out 35. He deals with the top of the order, so this is going to be a real test. Kyle Hebner to lead things off. On a sunny day and a good first game thus far here on Senior Day. First pitch also misses down low in the dirt. Hebner in 3 at-bats has struck out, singled, came around to score, and he has flied out. That's a fly ball, popped up, shallow left center. Out goes Reed, and he drops it. And Hebner, after a wide turn, stays at first. And Reed definitely had a good read on it, so it was a difficult try. And that will go down as an error. in that little Bermuda Triangle out there in shallow left center. That's going to bring out Stan Eldridge, as we're also going to get a pinch runner at first base. That's Tyler Russell. As there seems to be a big confusion on plate umpire and Zach Johnston. So this is going to be a talk of strategy right here for Nightingale, as with the rest of the infield, because this is a crucial part. And both these managers have been in this conference a long time. Stand up, both of them within their 9th season as part of this program, their respective programs, rather. Runner aboard with nobody out. That's going to bring up Aaron West. West is flied out to right, struck out, and he has popped out. As knowing that this was going to be a tall task for Jake Nightingale coming into this one against the top offense in the conference. And so after the mound visit, now Zachary Johnston wants to talk it over with West and the pinch runner Russell at first base. Both these managers are very creative in how they construct their offense, especially along the base paths. Umpire signaling up here. 3 visits left for LTU, 1 visit remaining for the Cardinals. It is definitely within these frames in which they're used the most. Showing bunt, gets it down. Nightingale's only plays to first, and so the sacrifice works out in the favor of the Cardinals. So Russell is now at second. 1 out, 1-3. It's going to bring up Drew Fleming. Fleming has reached base twice. A single, came around to score, and a walk, and then had the big hit, the towering home run back in the 5th inning. His 17th home run of the year. That one's a laser beam to the left. A short forge out there, and there it is again for Drew Fleming. 2 home runs in the day, now 18 on the season. It's a 2-run shot, and the Cardinals are back on top, 5-3. One out now for Jimmy Russell. Off speed, misses low and outside for ball 1. It's hitters like Fleming that keeps this team on the top of the conference. That one's in the left and just goes foul. Russell had that one hooking. 2-1 now. 5 runs on 9 hits for Concordia. 3 runs on 6 hits for LTU. A lot of late life offense for both these teams. LTU who just tied it last half inning, the bottom of the 6th. Now Concordia responds. Another one down low. And now for Nightingale, only job right now is to keep it where it is. 3-1 pitch. That one's popped up. In comes the Kuiper. Makes the play, and there's 2 outs. Two outs now for Jordan Sherman. Sherman has singled and he has struck out twice. Strike at the knees, 0-1. And now Zachary Johnson, he's going to use his last visit with Sherman here. Bit of an interesting technique right here. And correction, that was not the last visit. 2 more left. Both these teams are given a limited amount. Trying to use them wisely here in the last half innings. Another one at the knees. Quickly, Nightingale's ahead 0-2. That one's chopped foul. Ground ball in the hole. In comes Reed, throwing on the run, and he makes the play. But the home run by Drew Fleming has put the Cardinals back on top. They lead it by 2. We go into the bottom of the 7th inning. Bottom of the 7th inning, and Drew Fleming, after hitting the 2-run home run, his second homer of the night, takes over on the mound and going to try to save this one for the Cardinals. Fleming has only pitched 3 2/3 innings, making his 4th appearance, and he already has 2 saves on the year, has yet to give up a hit or a run. First pitch strike is in there to Jason Earhart. Bottom of the order for LTU, Earhart to Kuiper and Walker. And within those 3 2/3, Fleming has walked 2 and struck out 5. That one's it up the middle. Long range for Kozlowski, but he has no play. So Jason Earhart with a leadoff single, and that will bring the tying run to the plate. So there is the first hit given up by Fleming this year. And fitting enough, it's the top hitter in LTU, Earhart, to get things going here in the 7th. Kellen Harding is going to take over at first as a pinch runner. Harding is a threat to steal. Has 8 steals in 8 attempts. Now Sam DeKuyper. Now misses down low for ball 1. And wins a strike in the outside corner, 1-1. That one's fouled away. 1-2 now on to Kuiper. It has definitely been the bottom of the order that does get things going for this offense, and it did so back in the 5th inning. One-two pitch from Fleming. Foul straight back. DeKuyper walked in his last at bat. One-two. Outside. 2-2 now. That one gets away. And Harding moves up into scoring position, and it's a full count to DeKuyper. And now Russell is going to come out to talk to Fleming. It's going to be a wild pitch. Payoff pitch to DeKuyper. That one's fouled away. DeKuyper hanging around. Another 3-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Got the corner. And there's one out. One away now for Logan Walker. He had an RBI single in his last at bat. That was back in the 5th inning. Swinging away. Cuts right through it. Now Fleming's ahead, 0-2. Timeout at the plate called by Walker. Oh, 2 pitch. Fouled straight back. Outside, 1-2. One-two pitch. That one's into right. And it's going to be caught there. And no advancement by Harding, and there's 2 outs. Catch made by Batanian. So it's going to be up to Joel Sterneman to try to keep this 7th inning going. Sterneman has reached base twice, a walk and a single, and he has struck out. Swinging away, pops it up. In the outfield grass, and the ball is caught, and the Cardinals win game 1 by a final of 5-3. So some late offense by both teams went back and forth. Drew Fleming with the save, and his home run day total, a total of 3 RBIs on 2 home runs. And the Cardinals have now won 13 straight, and they take this first game of a 4-game series against LTU. So, in about a half hour's worth, we will try to get game 2 underway around 4 o'clock or even sooner for a 9-inning game, LTU and Concordia in Ann Arbor. So, stick around here in the LTU Sports Network. John Stowe signing off for now.